So now what do the Bees do? They've won. They're getting the goaltending. They got the secondary scoring that they needed, and their star, finally one of their stars, Charlie McAvoy, lit the lamp. And they were without Brad Marchand, who missed the last 2 games after being sucker punched by Sam Bennett in Game 3. Marchand met with the media after practice today, which is the first thing he was at practice, so we should say that. And just while we're at it, we brought this up last night, and I'm probably only bringing this up because of last year with Patrice Bergeron. When he came back to the lineup, he wasn't right. They lost every game he returned in. I threw out there, if Marchand's ready to go, do you want him out there? I think you have to put him out there. But I only have the reservation because of last year. That's it. It's got nothing to do with him and his ability or anything like that. So it looks like Marchand, back at practice today, should be ready to go in Game 6, and I don't know who you take out. I don't know what you're going to do with that one. I don't care. They'll figure it out. I do like the deep pairing, though. Wotherspoon back there, low rye with McAvoy, Lindholm, and Carl. I like all that with Peak. I like that unit. That's what I want to go with again. They haven't used Shattenkirk yet. If they did, I wouldn't be surprised if they went with a little bit of leadership. But I like what I see back there. As for Marchand, he spoke to the media today. His first public comments since the old controversial play, he said it was a cheap shot. Let's hear a little bit from Brad Marchand after practice today.
Do you think it was a cheap shot?
I think that it was. He plays hard. You know, he's an extremely physical player, great player for the group. I think he got away with a shot, but you know, I'm not going to complain. I mean, it happens, and you know, that's part of especially playoff hockey. You know, I've been on the other side of a lot of plays, and you know, I think you get away with one, but I mean that's part of the game, and definitely part of playoff hockey. You know, yeah, it sucks to be on the other side of it, but you know that stuff happens. You know, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. That's part of the game, but yeah, I think you got away with one, but it is what it is.
Didn't mind it. He came out, spoke about it. Fine. Marchand later on was asked if it's too late in the series to worry about revenge. We know that Bennett declined to fight Pat Maroon in one of the previous games. And they've gone after him a couple of times here. I don't know if we have anything back there, Skaz, on Marchand on any revenge, but he talks about it being part of the game. It's part of the playoffs. People don't want to say it, but part of the playoffs is trying to hurt the other player. Let's hear that one.
Is it too late in the game, too important to be thinking about any kind of revenge or kind of paying it back?
I mean, that's part of the game. I mean, you know, it's part of playoffs. You know, people don't want to say it, but part of playoffs is trying to hurt every player on the other team. And the more guys you take out, the more advantage your team has. And, you know, people don't say that, but that's just a fact of the game. And you know, so every time you step on the ice, someone's trying to hurt someone. And you know, that's just how it goes in playoffs. And any time you can get an advantage on a team, it's going to help your team win. And, you know, that's part of the benefit of having a physical group. And that's why you see teams go the distance with big D core and physical teams. And it's why you rarely see teams that are small and skilled go far, because, you know, they get hurt. So that's part of it.
I kind of like his response, because this is a guy that's done this to other opponents in the past. Like, he knows what it's like. He knows what it's about. It's not woe is me. He knows both teams are competing hard. And he knows that this is part of winning a Stanley Cup, which is very hard to do. He went on to say later on, it's the hardest trophy to win. When you're playing, you're willing to sacrifice your body and hurt other guys and do whatever it takes to win. But Marchand seems to be excited for Game 6. getting back out on the ice, mentions that this is what we play for. This is why we started playing hockey, etc. So he's enjoying the moment. He's grateful and hoping he can bring some motivation to his group. The practice lines today saw Marchand with Coyle and Frederick, Geeky Pasternak DeBrusk, and then Zaka Brazeau, Heinen, Beecher, Maroon, Van Riemsdyk. So it looks like Laco might be the guy out with Boquist. And I'm going to watch Marchand. I'm curious how he responds. I'm sure if there is, I'd still wonder if there's any revenge. I think that's probably past them now. But Brad Marchand thinks Sam Bennett thinks he got away with one. The way the Bruins can win tomorrow night is continue to keep it low scoring. They can't have another 3. I'll even say 4. If Florida somehow scores 4 goals, I think they're in trouble. They got to keep it a low-scoring game. Try to capitalize on any power plays. They were pretty good on the kill recently. And can you continue to get production from Charlie McAvoy? Can one of Pasternak, Marchand, can Zaka give him something? Here's the deal with the Bees. They can play with Florida. I still think the Panthers are a better team. But I think you can break Bobrovsky. They've struggled getting shots on net. Coach Joe told you a while back. Take more shots, score more goals. It's as easy as that. It really is as easy as that. But I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. That's the only way the Bruins win. And anything can happen in a Game 7. And I think the Bruins fans, they got one in round 1 against Toronto. They got one. Winning in a Game 7, you got to be able to sleep at night. You rested with your little pillow. Could use one more, right? Could use one more to extend the series. Does Jeremy Swayman play better having one more extra day? The teams know each other. I think one is more skilled than the other. Bruins continue to hurt themselves on mistakes. But I think they can get at Bobrovsky. More shots, more goals, more games.